Hello all. So we'll continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have modeled this bike till here. Let's take a reference over here. So I do have some references over here for the bike. So this is one of the reference from it. So now what we are going to do over here is we are going to start with the tire part. So before we can start up, we will take one more reference over here. So we can take one more reference. So you have such kind of references which you can easily utilize. So let's start up. So for the tire, you can go onto this view. Let's take a tube over here. You can take a tube also. Also you have an option over here, that's your Taurus. You can use a Taurus option over here. So if you are using a Taurus option, so you can utilize this Taurus. So you can increase the radius, you can just push it at the center. You can increase the number of sides and the number of segments you require over here. And the number of sides we can just reduce it. So you can detail it afterwards. You can increase the radius. You can increase the radius of it, particular stuff. So now what we can do over here is, so if you want to extrude this rim over here, you can easily extrude this rim from here also, or you can easily make a rim in the other file. So let's do it over here. So very first of all, convert this file into editable poly. So select this and this, and let's ring it. Control and click on the polygon, and let's scale it to squeeze it wherever you want it. So you can just squeeze it, you can just scale it a bit inside. And now what I can do is I can just extrude it right in the center. That's your local normal. That's it. So you can just scale and make it straight. So you can just make it straighter like this. Okay, that's it. So if you want to extrude it one more time, you can easily extrude it, and you can click OK. Now if you click over here, if you just click over here, your vertices, if you control and click on the vertices, you can easily click on the vertices. You can just click on the shrink option, just R, and just scale it a bit inside to make it more straighter. Okay, that's it. Now the next step is like, click over here. So we are going to make this disk part a totally different part. So let's take a cylinder over here right at the center, and take a cylinder over here. After taking a cylinder, just drag this over here. For the disc part, you can increase the height segments. Sorry, you can increase the sides over here very first of all, and you can increase the cap. So if you need the cap segments, you can just give a bit of cap segments to it, and if you don't require it, just remove the cap. After this step, what you can do is just convert to editable poly. Convert this to editable poly. Still you can make it much bigger. Click over here and you have an option that's your inset. You can inset a bit like this. So before insetting it, you can just select it on both the sides, then you can just inset it. After this step, again use the inset option over here and click OK. That's it. Now what you can do is, as you can see, you have 31 edges selected. Okay, so before doing it, what we can do is, so it's like if you go on clicking this two edges, will make it a a proper random figure. It's 31, so let's make it as 34 or 36. That would be much better. So resize this part like this, convert to editable poly, select this polygon, push it inside, select this both and use a inset option. Click again on inset option and you can just push it up like this. That's it. So you can just make sure you're insetting it very properly. Can take one swift loop over here. That's it. So click over here. You can leave the sides, like you can just use isolate selection. So we can just leave 2 and 2. That's it. So we are doing this same. Oops. Okay. We are doing the same for the back side also. So okay, that's it. So now what I can do over here is, if I want to delete it, I can easily delete this particular area. So I can just click over here and press the delete button. That's it. Okay. So now you can just click on this borders and you have an option over here. That's your bridge option. You can just bridge this areas. So as you can see, we are just detailing the disc part, so it might take some more time to make it much perfect. Just bridge these areas. Okay, that's it. So after this, you are done with it. Let's save this file. Okay, so select this polygon again. I need one more inset part over here. So let's give a bit more inset one more time. Okay, now just click over here. You can use a swift loop option. Click over here, loop ring it, control click on the polygons, and you have an option called bevel. You can just use a bevel option and push this down like this. So as you can see over here, we are just working with this bevel part, and you can just push this down like this. That's it, better. Now again you got this part over here, so you can just select it again, just to go on doing the same over here. So insert it over here also. That's it. Okay. So we are leaving the two faces out there. Make sure doing the same as you have done for the previous one. Okay, that's it. So click over here and again get back to the insert option over here. Click OK and just click delete. That's it. So you are again deleting that particular area. So you can get back to the border option again, and you have again a option, that's your bridge option. So you can just take that to the bridge option. Just click and use this bridge options. So once you're done with it, so now the next step is just insert it like this. So if we are doing it like this, now use the bevel option over here. You can use a bevel, this part. Still you can use the insert option over here like this. Click again a bevel option, push this down, again click on insert and click on extrude. So I'm just doing this basic stuff over here right now. Apart from this, what you can do is you can just end isolate this particular part over here. So we have this disk part over here. So we are going to mirror this part over here. You can just mirror it in this form till here for the disk section. Just make it a green color. Okay. So if you want to increase more size, you can increase the size more. So we'll just make a copy and we'll just hide this part. So if we require in future to work, So we can just make a copy and just hide the selection over here. Now press Alt Q and we'll just select this part and we'll just attach this part with this part. So in this case, what you can do is you can just select these two polygons and we'll bridge this part over here. After bridging this part, what you can do is you have a loop option over here. You can use this options over here. You can use this like this. You can select this part, and you can loop it, and you can use the chamfer option to give more smoother feel and click. Okay, so you can just end isolate this particular area like this. So just select this part, go into the vertices, and you can just push this down like this. Better. So it's like, it's going to get joint over here. We are going to put something, the bolt coming out from here. So we'll keep this as it is. No need to change much over here. We'll select the tire part and just increase the size of a tire over here. Okay. So now what we can do over here is, for the spokes you can use over here, you can make some lines for the spokes. So if you need any kind of spokes over here, you can just use a line over here, just click over here, use the vertices for the spokes and push this over here like this. So if you need the spokes, you can take the spokes over here like this, and you can go into hierarchy, effect pivot only. Okay, before doing this, what you can do is you can just go into rendering, enable in viewport, and you can just reduce the thickness of it. So once you reduce the thickness of it, it can work in a much better way. Effect pivot only, and you can just click over here, center to object, and you can just rotate this part over here, and you can make some multiple copies over here like this. That's it. So now what I can do over here is, you can just select this part, excluding this. You can just select this part. You can just mirror this part. You can just mirror it, make a copy of it, and you can just rotate it to get the unconditional look. That's it. You can just select this part and you can just give a color to it. That's it. Now the next step over here is like, just select this, just Alt and Q, can go over here, just select this part, can click over here, just click over here and use a extrude option, click over here like this. That's it. So if you want to increase its extrusion part, you can just increase its extrusion part like this and click OK. You can just select it, use a bevel option like this, click OK, again click you can use the bevel option, again use a inset, click OK, and the last part you can do over here is your extrude part. That's it. Same thing is going to happen over here. So the first option we will going to do as a extrusion part like this. Now the next part we are going to push it like this, use a bevel option, use a inset, and use a extrude option like this. That's it. So you can just push it in if you require a bit. And just say and isolate. You can make some changes over here also. So if you like to rotate it individually, you can just rotate it individually also. Okay, so we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching this tutorial.